clearly, I thought the energy that we played with was good, not great. This was the first game we played all year where I thought our defense let us down. They did. We missed assignments. We fouled. I didn't think we had the discipline we normally play with defensively, right? I don't think we were gritty. I thought Providence was tougher. I thought they had a little bit more pop. They played well. They played really well defensively. It was hard to move the ball a little bit, right? I don't think we played well offensively, right? My backcourt didn't have the game that we accustomed to seeing them play. And then the biggest thing in the game was we got our ass kicked on the glass. 16 offensive rebounds, probably 20 second chance points. You're on a road like that, and you're not going to give yourself a chance to win if you're giving them second and third opportunities. But again, there's some growth in our group, right? We got to play again. We have a really, really quick turnaround on Tuesday. This has been a marathon of games as we were the first bye in the Big East. So we have not had a stretch where we can get healthy, so to speak. So it's been play, practice, and I think we have the toughest one in our league. So it's all good, right? It's always good to come back home and play here. It's a great venue, an incredible venue. Sitting up here seeing many of the familiar faces that are in here, right? But Georgetown is going to continue to get better, continue to improve, and slowly but surely, man, that wagon is coming. Slowly but surely, that thing is coming.
All right, we're going to open up to questions. We're going to start from Daniel from the Hoyas. Travel up.
Hey, Coach.
So.
Out there, top 10-point first half lead that went away pretty quickly. How does the team avoid those sort of ISO possessions, those prolonged offensive?
Yeah, good question. I mean, we had 2 assists in the second half, right? 2 assists. I think we had 8 assists in the first, I would say the first 12 or 13 minutes. Then the ball stopped, right? Ball stopped. We got back into the game, right? They got an offensive rebound, I think under 3 minutes. Floyd had a really big offensive rebound and a 4-point possession. I thought that was the game right there. Game, set, match on that. You get that, and then anything's possible. We gave them a lot of credit. They played well. Played well offensively, and they
And can you talk about the atmosphere in the building? You've been the beneficiary of it many times. What was it like today?
like I said, in the Big East, in particular here, like when you get on 95 and you get off of Atwells Ave, you're probably down 7 or 8, right? So when you go to, Villanova, you get off Lancaster, you're down 7 or 8. Go to Gamble, right? It's an incredible atmosphere, and it's a credit to the administration, it's a credit to the school, a credit to the community that they get this level of support. It's a really, really good home court advantage.
And talk more about your backcourt. Why couldn't they get going? Was it the way Providence defended, switched, and all that?
I thought we turned down some shots we normally take. We had some design looks, we just didn't take them, and they picked a tough day not to play their best. But I thought Bensley played well defensively. I thought Jaden played well defensively. Corey's physicality showed up a little bit, right? But the X factor in this game today was Raheem. When we put PB on Pierre, I don't even know if he scored in the second half. Maybe a layup, maybe, right? As I would always say, I think I have 2 of the best defensive players in the country in Sorber and him, right? And that's why our defense has been so good, because they anchor it. They play a lot of minutes. We were shitty defensively today, so.
Fouls, obviously. Raheem, that's 6 feet.
Yeah. It's discipline. Discipline has to travel, and it didn't travel here to Providence, which is unfortunate.
Thomas, can you just talk about the challenge of going up against 2 7-footers, between starting the game on Oscar and Greece game, and just the different looks that they gave you, and the effectiveness that you were able to have for the most part?
Yeah, I just try to stay focused, stick to the game plan. I know they was throwing multiple bigs at me, but, I wasn't trying to mind that. Just try to stick to the game plan and do whatever coach told me to do.
Back to the end.
I saw you come out on the floor a little earlier this year. I don't think you did that last year. Why did you just...
It's a routine I do on all the road games. I didn't realize I didn't do it last year. It's a routine I do all the time to get out to see how my players' bodies are. I go out to see how the other bodies are on the other team. I always do that. I've done it my whole career. Again, it's a great game, Big East game. Just sucks when you lose. You know what I'm saying? And what we normally hang our hat on, we didn't hang our hat on it today. Defensively, we normally were elite, and we just weren't that today. And Providence had a lot to do with that.
And just how multiple are they in terms of, you mentioned the defensive job you guys did on Jaden
I mean, they shoot the three really well, I think we held them to 7 threes today. Normally, that's a live and die by a three type of system that they run, right? But they were able to get in front of the paint a little bit. We offensive rebounds. This game was all done on rebounding. End of discussion on that. They were really, really good sending guys to the glass, and we were soft as shit blocking out. That is the absolute chippiness that I have when I see my team tomorrow. We have to do a better job blocking out.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks.
It's all right.
Talk to me, Ron.
Good afternoon. Yeah, good, hard fought Big East game. We're, in a part of our season where we've just really since the Marquette game, a total reset and just focusing on getting better every day. I thought we had some good moments in practice this week, preparing to play a Georgetown team that's, greatly improved from last season, with some great wins this season, especially in league play, and they have a very, very, very talented foursome of Sorber, Mack, Peavy, and Epps. And I thought our guys, really competed and played together. And when that happens, and you're disciplined, and you take care of the ball, and you rebound, and you take good shots, you usually come out on the right side of the win column.
Questions for the players? Gene, how big was the other guy on the podium with you tonight?
Really, he played a very good game. He was really big for us in our win. Hit some big shots when his number was called. Got fouled for a couple threes. He made all his free throws. He was huge. He scored at time for us when we was having trouble scoring the ball. And I feel like he just played it with confidence and played with a freedom that I love to see out of him. Man, it's phenomenal. He had a great week of practice. He was out recently, but he's getting back into it. In this week leading up to this game, he had a great week, and he showed exactly who that player he can be in this league. He was big for us. He played big in stretches during this game, and we just love to have him out there.
Jabri, stepping up to the moment there, getting some, really drawing some key fouls and the 6 free throws in the second half really turned the game in your favor. Just the confidence to go up and make those free throws?
Yeah, comes from just working on them a lot. We shoot free throws every day in practice, so I try to take them serious, make all my free throws. Just getting up there, relaxing, and trying to come through for my team.
You've been in a lot of, big-time atmospheres. How was today? Probably.
This is number one.
biggest?
This is crazy. Yeah, this is number one for sure. But really loud, and we appreciate the fans for bringing the energy. It definitely helped us get some stops defensively and helped us play harder. So we appreciate the fans.
Jabri, you go from like 2 minutes in the first half to 10. Just how much is that a credit to you staying locked in, staying ready when your number gets called?
I was just trying to stay in the game, focus on what they were doing offensively from a game plan standpoint. So when my opportunity was presented to me, I would just be ready. Not sitting on the bench, kind of daydreaming, just trying to focus on my job, and when I get in the game, trying to execute it.
As a shooter yourself, thoughts on the bank three by Chris?
He called it.
How big of a shot was that? Just, looking at the scope of the game, I think you guys were kind of struggling offensively a little bit, and all of a sudden, Crease Banks went in, and it looked like he gave you another script there in that play.
Crease, like Jaden said, Crease had a great week of practice. He's been ready to play, and the game rewards you. He was open, took the shot with confidence, and banked it, switched, whatever. It went in, 3 points. So it was huge.
Jabri, as a shooter, how much have you been focusing on doing the other things over the past few weeks? Rebounding, free plays, passing the ball, things like that.
Yeah, just talking with my teammates and coaches, they really emphasize that with me, try and focus on every other aspect of the game because there's so much more that goes on. They have a lot of confidence in me to make shots. I have confidence in focusing on the game plan, rebounding, defense, and then, shots come, take it with confidence.
Jaden, their backcourt had 5 field goals. You guys frustrated them, or they played a lot of minutes? You guys obviously had more depth in your bench. I don't think they scored a point off the bench.
Yeah, that was part of the game plan, disrupt them. I feel like we just did our job. We weren't really focused on who they were or what they were doing. It was more so about us, the team we want to become, locking guys down defensively. I feel like with me and all the guys in our backcourt, we did a good job with that matchup.
Jane, I think you scored a layup, I think, after Corey kept 2 plays alive there in the first half. Just how big was he overall today?
Man, he was phenomenal. Corey had a great game. He did things all over the court, from rebounding to passing the ball to scoring the ball. He had a really good day.
James, does it help at all maybe somewhat knowing the scheme on the other side, playing for the coach before, hear some, is there any advantage?
Definitely a little bit, especially for myself. Sometimes I may recognize a call, or even the name has changed, but I may recognize it, and I'm able to jump it a little bit. And then just the rest of my teammates telling them what's going to come for the coaching staff that may not have known the play, being able to recognize it and telling them what it is for the rest of the game going down the line. So I think it's definitely an advantage.
And you guys are down 12, obviously a lot of time left, but what helped you guys get going there in the first half?
Taking better shots. I feel like we came out taking some tough ones, some questionable ones. Then once we settled in and played disciplined basketball and took the open shots and made consecutive back-to-back drives, I feel like the game opened for us.
How did Justin help in that first half?
Justin, whenever he comes in, he brings another level of energy and effort. He always pushes us, and he takes our team to the next level when he gets in the game. And I feel like that's who he is day in and day out, and he showed that today.
Best block of the year so far?
Definitely up there. It was up there. I feel like Osman had a couple good ones this season, but Justin's block today was definitely up there.
Any more questions for the Friars? Thank you, guys. Questions for Coach? Kim, the bench was 26-0. You talked an awful lot about your depth, and that certainly came to pass today.
Yeah, I thought, they only had, 3 guys come off the bench, and I thought their impact was good. Caleb Williams going to the glass. Curtis Williams is shooting it at a 50, 40, 90 clip right now. He's a very dangerous player. But our guys play well. Justin creased. Wesley's still working his way back from his injury from Nova. Jabri was good. Just stacking days. And we had guys didn't play. Eli, Rich, Bonk didn't play. It's just about keep getting better every day. And when you do that and you do those things that we did in practice on the game floor, you'll usually have success.
You chose to ride with Jabri instead of Ryan for a long stretch. You were worried.
Yeah, well, the space he creates when he's on the floor is good. I'm happy Ryan actually shot 3 threes today. He's been working. He and Bryce have been just working, spending a lot of time post-practice. But yeah, Jabri was good. He defended pretty well. We knew late it was going to come down to one-on-one defense and rebounding, and we were switching everything. So sets really shouldn't have bothered us. It was going to come down to guarding the ball and defensive rebounding. Disappointed with some of the fouls late. We have to clean that up. We're still guarding with our arms. Need to guard with your chest.
Kim, you went to crease very early. I think Sober had a 3, and then he had an elbow jumper.
Yeah, it wasn't about his threes. He was 0 for 9. In league play, he made the 2 threes. We'll live with that. We'll live with non-shooting 5 men making threes. It was his mid-range that was the problem.
How much was that just a confidence lift for crease to go in that early?
Yeah, you get your confidence from what you do every day. If you don't live to the standard in practice, you won't play in the game. If you don't live to the standard in the game, you're coming out of the game. And Oswin is closing out with a low hand. He came out of the game. If he missed a shot, he was coming out of the game. And we have to learn. Zuby Ejiofor made a very similar shot against us. Shooters should never be shooting shots with our hands down. That's basketball day one. All my campers know that. She looks like a camper. You might know that. Yeah.
Well, how big of a shot was that one by crease? It looked like you guys were stuck in the mud a little bit. All of a sudden.
Yeah, it was a lull. He is a good shooter. He's banked in every 3 he's made this season. He is a good shooter. We don't mind him shooting them when he's open, when they're in rhythm. I couldn't really figure out the reaction from the crowd. It was a groan when he cocked it and hoisted it, and then it was, exhaustion when it went in.
Was it important to give Sober maybe different looks, like creases more, bigger than Oswin's?
Yeah, he played a great game. He really got going. Seeing a ball go through the net from 3 really helps your game. He had 10 points. 10 of his 25 were jump shots. I don't think we guarded him great, but he's a very, very good player. As talented, he's up there. Kalkbrenner, Dixon, he's up there with the best bigs in our league. Terrence Reed, he's very, very, very talented. Very talented.
I think you talked about after the Seahawks game about trying to get more possessions. You took more shots.
Yeah.
And is that one of your keys that you look at, maybe take more field goal attempts than the
I think in Big East play, we're going into the day, we're minus 43 in a possession game. Today we got 5 more than them, so we're down at 37. Now we got to get ready for Seton Hall, and we're just trying to tick that number down with already thin margins with, obviously who we don't have when we are down players. Our margin for error is very, very thin. If we're playing games where teams are taking 15, 20 more shots than us, it's very hard to win. Very hard to win. So the possession game was, we were +5 today.
And what do you think of the atmosphere today?
Yeah, it was loud. I mean, our fans, it's a recurring theme. I remember last year coming in here for Nova and thinking it was going to be empty. I knew it wasn't going to be empty, but it was a big game. And when we lost, it was very deflating. And I don't know what to expect. The next game, UConn, is packed for UConn. We lose. We go to New York for the Big East tournament. I'm like, no one's going to come down. It's a home game in the Garden. And then the Big East semis, it's another home game. And our struggles this year, coming into our Butler game, our Seton Hall game, they're here. Our fans are great. They don't stop. And it's true to what Providence and Rhode Island are, gritty, tough. There's a Toyota Sienna that I drive by on River Ave when I go home, and it's like she's always maybe leaving, going to work when I'm going home, but it's like backing out at the same time every day, and it said never give up. And I kind of look at it and I chuckle. I pass each other every day. So if you have a Toyota Sienna and you live on River Avenue, thank you.
That said, you talked about fan support, how much they want this game in particular. So deliver that to them.
I think they want every game. Like I said, I don't think our fans would like if we went 2-18, and the only 2 games we beat were Georgetown. So we have to keep getting better. Every game's on our schedule. It was an important one, going in to play one of the hardest playing teams in the league in Newark this week.
Coming off of 2 tough games he gave it the first half.
Yeah, he didn't help himself starting off with a really, really tough shot, first play of the game. And talking to him, I'm letting him let the game come to him and just take what the defense gives you. He's going to play. Like, I'm not taking Jaden Pierre out of the game, unless he does egregious things that aren't what we want. He's a Friar through and through. He cares about this program more than he cares about himself. He's a great teammate. He's a great student. He's a great son, brother. He's going to have great success in life. Forget basketball. Every single Providence College fan should be very, very happy that Jaden Pierre is on our side. He's the epitome of what a student athlete should be.
And they didn't shoot a 3 for the first probably 16, 17 in the second half. Is that something you had done defensively to slow it down?
Yeah, I think our switching bothered them some as far as the fluidity of their movement and passing. We got to their shooters. We tried. We should be going over screens. We want to disallow threes from shooters' attempts. It's hard to disallow the makes if they're getting them off clean. We've guarded the 3 pretty well this season, 31%. Today, shot 30, so, yeah.
Coach, was the plan on the rebound to have everybody attack today? You had 5 different guys who got at least 5 rebounds.
Well, defensively, yes. All 5 guys need to rebound. Defensively, box out, go pursue the ball. Offensively, if you one or the other, you need to be getting back or you need to be going.
And good to see Justin Fernandez continue to get his minutes up in his production.
Yeah, byproduct of a bunch of really good practices. We're getting there. We're not there yet. Justin is a very good example of having an elite mindset. Out of the rotation, he's the same guy every single day in practice, works on his game, and when you do that, you'll have success in games.
After your reset, did the Marquette game, were you focusing on, like I asked you, the gritty things, the loose balls, and stuff?
Yeah, we've been focusing on it since day one. You can't play basketball without those things, especially in this league. I think having the losses is something to look at, and watching those losses on film, the belief began to permeate to them. If there's a loose ball, you dive on it. If you have a teammate on the ground, you go sprint and pick them up. No one went and picked up Justin Fernandez when he got his shot blocked in the first half against Nova. No one picked up Jaden Pierre when he dribbled out of bounds at the end of the Nova game. And that's why we lost. We really believe it. I believe that's why we lost. So little things, playing off 2 feet, shot fakes, huddling up, playing in a stance, running your hardest. Those things translate to winning.
After being down 12 midway through the first, what was the message you were giving to the guys?
Yeah, I mean, Sorber made 2 threes. Micah Peavy is an NBA player, by the way. I think he could play on an NBA team right now. He's an NBA wing. Peavy made a left runner falling out of bounds. Sorber made 2 jump shots with our hands down. So, 8 of the points were on our terms. So it was just a reset and just do what we need to do. And then whenever they had 25, I feel like they had 25 from that point on. I felt like we had pretty good control of the game.
Coach, since the reset after the Marquette game, the offense seems a lot more balanced. The ball seems to be moving a little bit better. Assists are up. Has that been kind of a point of?
Yeah, again, when you emphasize things from day one, but sometimes teams have to go through some things, and some of the losses, some of the turnovers, some of the bad shooting, it showed. And the go-to guy on our team is the open man. Pass and cut, pass and cut. We run the play, but we want to be getting stops, and we're playing after we get stops. Thanks, guys.